Okay, guys, welcome to Interspace with our bright minds once again. Here, we're going to be discussing about algorithms and digital creativity in an algorithm-driven world. In quote. So, when we hear algorithm, I know a lot of things go through our mind, but I think algorithm is something which we all in the creative space are familiar with. It's not a new word. We hear this word every day. Especially if you're a content creator in your media, you are in music, you are in movies, you create any form of art, spoken word, any form of art that you put out on the digital space, you'll be familiar with algorithm. This has been something that has bothered me for a while, and I think I needed to air my view out, and I would love to hear everybody speak, even as we all speak here today. Time passed, we noticed that creativity, as it were, was something. This is from my own perspective. Creativity came from that place of authenticity. The motivation to create was from a pure place, but from an intuitive spark. There was this thing that pushed people to create, not looking at the odds. But it seems today, creativity has been boxed into some sort of system, I will call it an algorithm. I don't understand. I know you get what. So it has been boxed into this space. So you will notice that, okay, some forms of creativity will say they have some form of value. Some other forms of creativity may say, okay, it's the value level, the value it dispenses out there is not as much as it should be received, but the algorithm somehow favors. So I would just like us to what we're talking about.
I feel that you're trying to blame everything on algorithm.
Okay.
That's what I feel now that you're trying to do. But first off, let us first understand creativity from my own perspective. The act where you go to a place in silence, regardless of what you're doing, because creativity is spiritual. So you have to go to a place in silence and let whatever you're doing, being it script writing, music, write itself. Like especially music, I'll say from the music perspective. You don't make music, you let the music make itself. You are just a vessel how that music comes out. Now, if I was to put it like back in the days, let's start from Two Baba, Nice Time. And there's this TV show they do back in the days, these two twins. Is it Keke and Dayo or Keke and Kenny or something like that? These guys, let's go with Two Baba. Back then, you were singing maybe in church and then they discover your raw talent. The medium to push out people were not much then because the channel is very simple. You need an A&R, radio station, you have to have radio plays, couple of shows, you understand? And you're out there. Why we consumers? We don't have choice. It's either you can find this music in TV stations but right now we have Facebook, TikTok. There are a lot of places, there are a lot of streaming platforms and music is much. So music is much on ground and people have lost that authenticity. They've lost that creation because right now people create for the algorithm. They don't create to feed the soul anymore. Being it painting, pictures, art, they don't create to feel the soul. So we've moved from that aspect of creativity. Now somebody wants to do something, I'll be like, I want to make it. It happens to me sometimes. I want to make a beat, but I want to make a beat that is going to fly on YouTube and TikTok. I have to think about it and say, why am I not making beat sales? When I thought about it, I was like, I'm doing something that is already on the internet too much. Play 10 beats on YouTube, all of them start with the same chord and they have the same vibe, the same tempos, most of the time. So you see those people, we are making it for the algorithm.
Okay, the thing is, it's like I usually say, it's a different world. Okay, how do we get here first of all, compared to some years back or some century back? Well, every time has what it calls for. So I believe the algorithms of today is what the time calls for. So me, I don't kick against it. I don't feel rather creative mind should just key into it, understand the system, know how it works, because this is something you can't fight. Even as much as you're fighting, it keeps expanding. People are coming every day. A lot of people are coming into the industry, so people are working on it. So you can't fight it. So my advice to most of the artists, you understand the system, but don't let the system take away that
authenticity.
That trueness in you. These are machines, right? So they are machines. No matter how, it's we human that determines the power that we have, no matter what. So that was my.
Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. First off, what took people away from that creative space is because most of the role models that people decided to pick, most people enter. I'm still going to use music. Most people enter music not because of the craft itself. It's either because of you saw the way your favorite celebrity is chilling, how he's spending. And you feel like that is the only way to get to what you want to be him now. And the only way to get to that place is to copy him to the point. And I'm not saying copying him to the thought is like a bad thing. But now this is where it gets tricky. You would not see the work that he's putting at the end. Maybe in the studio section, how he comes up with this music. What you see is what the PROs are pushing out for the artists. So now you want to copy that because you think that is his lifestyle. That is why algorithm keeps getting stronger, because think about it. You have to make in studio section, how you're in the studio, how you make this beat. You post it. Algorithm got so bad that even hashtag is not working anymore.
It's not working.
That's why it's not working anymore. That's gotten that bad.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Like I said, it's the world we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
You can't, in as much as it's countering that realness in creative minds,
Yeah.
but I just believe and hope that we just key into it.
Okay, but then I think, is there a balance we can bring to this thing? You know, just like you said, algorithms, this thing has come to stay. These are systems, this technological advancement in our creative space that's come to stay. Something you said about back in the day, using music now. We made music was played on TV, on radio stations.
Yeah.
Yes, we listen to good, you understand, content from these platforms. But in these days, the algorithm-driven world, you can pick up your phone, go on Instagram. That's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to hear. But somehow you see it.
Let me explain something. Something happened to me a couple of months back. And I think I was discussing with Sat about it. I said, in as much as you want to blame the algorithm, you have to blame yourself first.
In what
On
context?
things that you search for. Peter just said something about when you pick up your phone and you scroll, you watch what
you don't want
to see. Now, let us not forget that this algorithm was built in such a way that they show you what you want to see.
Okay.
Now, when you go on TikTok and you open a new account, they're going to show you everything because the algorithm is trying to learn you. So it shows you outside contents, it shows you whatever. Well, anything you stay on for at least, is it 5 minutes or like a few seconds?
30 seconds.
Anything you stay on and you watch for a few seconds, it will now save it as you like this content. So when you see it, you just scroll. When you see it, you just... So over time, it changes. Because if you notice, what you were seeing last month on your TikTok, as your mind shifted to another thing, it's not what you see now. Because I discovered that there was a particular point that I see random things.
Yeah.
What I see and what he sees are two different things.
Yeah.
It's because of what he mostly stays on, or what I mostly stay on.
Yeah.
But when my mind shifted as a person, my mind shifted to, okay, but I was in one space in my life where I wanted to be real with myself. And I was asking things that normal human being was not supposed to ask. I was shocked to find out that those contents were online. But I don't know how I skipped it for like how many years. But those contents were online.
Wow.
That's the funny thing. So we cannot totally blame algorithms. It's not fair.
Actually, the algorithm, in my own opinion, algorithm was built to give us dopamine. So the more you stay long on something, it doesn't matter whether the content has quality or not. The more you stay, it assumes you are enjoying it, and it feeds you more of that content.
Okay, I think this is another aspect. How about, people who create things because, I want to go viral. I'll just look for something that doesn't make sense. Like recently, I don't know, most persons I've noticed on Facebook or Meta, some people have started posting some X-rated content on their stories. And if you notice, I've been asking this question, and many of them are content creators. They are doing that because they feel that is what is going to give the engagement. That's what's going to trigger the algorithm. And it's working for them. So that's why I'm saying that the authenticity of creativity has, to me, I feel that's watered it down to a level.
You can, if you feel you're real with your creativity, because these things are just, like I said, they are just systems. Yes, they are just systems. Yes, they are just systems. They're to work for you, not to work against you.
You call it?
Excuse me. They're there to work for you, not necessarily take over you. So for the fact that it's coming that way, you that felt you're authentic with your creativity, then have you engaged it? As in, have you engaged it truly in order to sell out yourself out there? Because the thing is, it's he who sells himself out there that will be seen. That's the perspective I'm looking at it from. So if you're authentic as an artist, you can still use the system to give out yourself, your real artistship to the world at the same time. So you're saying something.
What I want to say, you made a statement. Will you really blame the algorithm, or will you blame the people creating? Let's start with let me say this. Back in the days, when I was a kid, that is when we were just discussing something before we started this, and we're talking about men like 50 Cent, J. Cole, and Kendrick. If you notice, we like them because if we go like a step back, the people that they listen to, we also listen to them. Men like Nas and now we're saying something about Gen Zs. Is it our fault, or is it the fault of the Gen Z that they don't know what is real? Because I noticed that most of the time people don't know what is real. That's why they fall into this victim. Like you pick up your phone, I have a junior sister, she picks up her phone, she scrolls through the phone, her brain, she has not spent time with herself to understand herself. And that was why I said music is spiritual. You cannot put what is real out there if you don't understand yourself. If you don't understand how the normal human being feels. All of us have fake smiles. We can just smile right now. And there are things happening to us in my book. We love J. Cole and Kendrick because they speak to that part of us that we don't really discuss about. And all of us, we have it. We all have that part that we don't discuss about. So what part are you going to put the blame on? Because the algorithm is there,
Yes.
but the algorithm is there to favor you, to help you, to give you visibility.
Why not? It's
Because-
a
yes.
system to set it out
Yes,
there.
because back in the days it was just a strict channel,
Yeah.
and just one particular strict channel, you have godfathers around it. So
Definitely.
if you don't know this particular person, you cannot break out. But right now with the algorithm,
It's easy to
it
select
is
yourself.
easy to sell yourself.
So we can say the algorithms is the new gatekeeper.
It's a new
Of the
gatekeeper.
New gatekeeper,
Yeah,
but it
you
is dependent on what you feed the algorithm. If you feed the algorithm the right thing, you're helping the world. If you feed the algorithm to the wrong thing,
Yeah.
look at somebody like
That's-
Saida Boy that just
yeah.
on her camera and just
Yeah.
said something, and everywhere just
That's
went
why I said depends on who engage
Yes.
the system the most.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Who engages the system the most.
So that if you pick as an artist you're authentic, like I said, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
It's just a tool. The algorithm is just a tool. That doesn't stop
Yeah.
there. You make it work for you.
Mm.
This
Only if you have
It's consistent.
Yes,
Okay.
you can make it work for you. That's the truth. And put that yourself out there and let the world see your authenticity too.
Yeah.
Through the algorithm.
But there will be some persons that will be asking. There are some persons who have been consistent with their content, with their creativity.
Yeah.
There are lots of people that are consistent. They've been showing up, but the algorithm doesn't favor them.
There's a disadvantage to that.
Alright.
Algorithm, for example, now algorithm, you can't say the algorithm is good or bad.
But okay.
Because actually the truth is that algorithm mostly favors the people that are consistent.
Okay.
And then creativity, as we all know it,
Yeah.
like let's use Omale as an
Yeah.
example because
Yeah.
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
Omale. So creativity now does not require you to be consistently dropping content every day. If not, you will burn
Burn
out.
out. Yeah.
So that's just the bad side of the algorithm. That's just my thoughts on that.
We really call it a bad side because this is what I feel. You as a creative person, you want to make something. Now, algorithm is just telling you don't make it in the dark. Show us your thought process.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 days back, I was on YouTube. I was watching something and I just wanted to feel inspired. Then I saw how Michael Jackson, like old videos of the compilation of old
Yeah.
videos, how Michael Jackson was in the studio, how he makes his music, how he
The
speaks,
emotions.
and everything. And I was watching it, and back then it would be very difficult to get those videos because there was no social media where you can just post it.
That's
That's the
correct.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the difference.
yeah.
So somebody had access to it because they had to make it to the VHS machine. But somebody had access to those couple of videos, compiled it together to make a documentary. Now, what algorithm is saying is, if you are making a content, let's say you want to make a beat or you want to write a song
Yeah.
on your camera, take the process raw as it is and post. Then I noticed something with algorithm. If, for example, TikTok, you just on your TikTok camera as raw as it is and just do a video and post, it will go further than that one that you edited.
You took your time to
There will be a reason why.
Yeah.
I
That
think
means they are recognizing.
Yeah,
or
they want
I
it
would
to
say
be
they are
real.
recognizing authenticity or what.
They want
or
it.
the
They
realness.
just want it to be real.
Yeah.
Then speaking about consistency,
Okay.
you know, I'm a victim of consistency. There was a time that I did posting of beats for a year straight on YouTube. You cannot get to that place that you want to get to. I don't know whether it was my ambitions that were big,
Okay.
but I feel like there is a limit at these things. Like there's a limit for it. We are trying to run away from the old ways where I meet you, I shake you, we speak, we make business.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
We make business. And this algorithm is just supposed to help.
yeah.
But now we are taking it as all in all from Agas Blow from this place.
Exactly. That's it.
Agas Blow from this place. But we are forgetting to make physical connection because that content that you are putting back into that algorithm is also a human being that is somewhere that is going to
It's a
see.
machine.
Now let us imagine it shows you to your potential helper. Let's say I'm an artist, I post on TikTok and YouTube, and it shows it to like an A&R or somebody. And let's say that moment when the person was scrolling, my content was supposed to come next, and he just scrolled and they spoke to him and he dropped his phone and he turned. You see that my breakthrough has been pushed further. He's not going to see me.
Definitely.
That's out. That's out of the way. He's not seeing me. So you cannot really say it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. So if you want to still keep staying consistent, you make if you want to do something, you make a video around that one thing you did. Break it out and keep posting. And just the way I was telling you off camera that
Yeah.
he was saying he wants to optimize his
Optimize,
TikTok.
yeah.
So he was doing like different things, but using that same sound.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Wow. This is quite a conversation. So yeah.
TikTok's consistency.
Okay. Okay. You feel like TikTok? Okay, between TikTok, Instagram, and Meta products, which of them can you talk about in terms of like you're talking about the consistency, the algorithm, how it works?
The algorithm,
How it works
to
on
me,
TikTok.
TikTok is the easiest
Is it
for
easy?
me.
Okay.
Yeah, because TikTok has been working for me.
Okay.
Because I post beats almost every day and I do get get quite a number of views and engagement. Yes.
Okay, as compared to Instagram, how do you see that?
I think for me,
Yeah.
Instagram is for networking. The way I categorize my social media, like for example, my YouTube,
Yeah.
I use it for my portfolio.
Yeah.
Like on my YouTube, that's where I drop all my beats, like everything about me.
Yeah.
If you want to know about my professional life,
Yeah.
go to my YouTube. If you want to know about my everyday life,
Yeah.
go to my TikTok. While for Instagram, I use it to build connections.
I think that's quite smart, because I think we're talking about creativity, so we need to look at those mediums where our creative works are being showcased.
Yeah.
Now it's the
That's
social
the market,
platforms, the
the
market.
market.
We have all the social media platforms. Meta is there. We have X. We have LinkedIn. We have what's it called? Instagram, TikTok. So we need to really, as creatives, we really need to know how these things work, how it works, so we can actually. You're talking about leveraging.
Yeah.
I think it's some of it all. We can't run from
We
it.
can't.
So we need to settle down, study it, and leverage and use it to our advantage. But my own challenge is where people no more sit. People no more sit down to bring out. Not all. There are still people who bring out conscious content.
Yes.
Conscious content. But people now, I know say now I go do this way, go viral. They just pick up a phone, or a camera, and then put out something out there. And guess what? Boom! It becomes viral. Say something controversial. Pick somebody that is popular. Drag the person. Call the person out. You see those kind of thing, and you see, and the algorithm tells you the content that people engage quickly.
Yes.
They put it out there. So I'm calling out somebody who is someone of importance, who has the cloud.
So I want to see.
Yes. So these are the challenges. That's why we're saying it's not, most persons don't create from a place of consciousness as it were. So they just want to trigger the algorithm. So they just create things that don't portray or dispense some form of value out there. But however, I think since we are caught up in this space, this is the digital age, like I said, technology is advancing. We're talking of super intelligence right now. So we have no choice. AI is already doing crazy stuff. We need to sit back as creatives and look at these things carefully, understand the science behind it. So each time you are creating, those persons who want to put out conscious content, music, film, arts, any form of expression, any conscious content you want to put out there, you study the algorithm on the platform you want to use. Is it YouTube you are using? How does YouTube work? What's the best time I should post? That you don't just post anytime. Yes.
It's like I said something sometimes, but not in this place. I said the world right now is no longer for the most talented.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or the most gifted.
Yeah.
The world right now is for those who understand the system and leverage on the system. Like you rightly said here. These are things, like I said, this is just an era. Compare, every era has its time.
Yeah.
Sometimes some years back they had what they battle with.
Yeah.
So, and this is what we're battling every time. Every era has two times the creative the battle. So this is what we failed, that we're authentic in our creativity. We can't back up. Like you said, sir.
Yeah.
It has come to stay.
Yeah.
So for the fact that the honor that is taking over the system doesn't mean we should just fall back. But like I said, this is just a tool.
Yes.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
Whatever power this thing we have is same humans that will give it the power.
Yeah.
So it's just to leverage on it and understand it.
Yeah. So like what we're still talking about boils down to conscious content in the space of just be conscious of what you are putting out there. Don't just create because you want to trigger the algorithm. You're not conscious of, even you yourself. If you listen to or you watch what you are trying to put out there, you know that there's not going to be any form of value. It's not, there's no life in what you are giving out. So we need to come to that point of consciousness. Yes, we're in that space. Everybody wants the numbers. It's on a numbers driven world. Sadly, but I still feel like I'm so passionate about creatives. Especially when I look at, like, I see people who are damn passionate about their art, but still they are not getting that attention they need.
On that note, what you just said now, you can use me as a case study.
Okay.
I feel that I'll use artists. I feel that artists, you cannot be creative, want to be creative to create something unique, and at the same time think as a marketer. Okay. It's not possible. Because the problem with artists is that I set an example the other time. I said, you're looking up to your favorites. Let's say your favorite is Whiskey.
Yeah.
You want to be like him. You start doing things that his PRs are putting out. He is not thinking about how he's going to do this thing. But you don't know the business. You don't know the game.
Yeah.
What he's thinking is, how will my next album look like? What next sounds do I want to tap in?
Yeah.
You are the other end. You are thinking about, how will my next single be out? What sound do I want to tap in? And how do I want to do the video? And how do I want to do the graphic design? And what is hot right now? So you are thinking about all these things without having a team around it. And I wanted to address something he said, that Christoph said. I like the way he was using the word, for me. This platform is this. No, it's true. Why he was using that word for me? There are some people that love templates. They don't like to think.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he just said for him and he choose TikTok, somebody will go and use TikTok and be expecting that something will happen. Something happened yesterday. I personally, Instagram has not really worked for me. TikTok has not really worked for me. But you see the YouTube that everybody's running away from, is that YouTube that gives me international clients.
Wow.
But when you talk to people and you say, what platform works for you more? Some people will say it's Facebook. I get Facebook a lot, but most people that I get Facebook from are people that sell something like a digital platform. Instagram has never worked for me, and I've paid money to run ads for it. Funny enough, I introduced him to him like a couple of went back, and he did it like twice. And he got the day he did it, he got people to say hi, Alpha, because he's a graphic designer. He got people to say hi, Alpha, I want to do graphics. How? I was like, how?
Yeah.
Nobody, my ads will start and finish, and nobody will tell me how much are you selling this. What you see from YouTube, I'll just see plus on another number that's not this country. Who relate and sold it. So, as he said, what are they calling it? TikTok works for me. I had to like put this out there because I felt like all of us are supposed to say what's really works for us, because somebody out there now will be watching and you feel like because he said TikTok, let me go and focus on TikTok. No, focus on study what works for you. Focus. I've seen people that Facebook works for, and Facebook is like the least on my platform because it does not do anything for me. But I've seen people that it works for them.
That's good.
That sounds very, very insightful. So I think what creatives should do, I think maybe for growing creatives, so to speak, or onboarding creatives in the creative space, you need to study, look for a particular platform that works. Pick one platform and begin to work with it. If it is TikTok, I'm speaking from a place of maybe budgets, maybe you don't have so much budget, you don't have so much know-how to start navigating all the platforms at the same time. You can pick, say, okay, if it's TikTok, you think you can pick. Start with TikTok, grow the TikTok, understand how the algorithm works there. Prepare conscious contents, put them out there, and begin to build on that platform. If it is Instagram, do the same. If it is X, I know people who are doing great things on X. X is another platform that is so underrated. The algorithm is another word on its own. X. So you just need to, just like we've been talking about, understand the systems and study it and engage the systems to your favor consciously, so that by the time people go up online, the first 10 content, first 20 content you are seeing, they are conscious content. There are several contents on my Instagram that I have put on save, so I can always revert to them. So because of how so much value that they give to me.
So I was saying that we're at war. I don't know.
So it's like, let's say some sort of wars.
I don't know. I would say we're at war within the realistic and non-realistic. I understand. That's the two.
Okay, you see about that realistic and not realistic. I feel that there are a lot of factors that can make you not be realistic. I mentioned one. I said when you are not conscious of yourself. Second one is boredom. Let us not forget that there are a lot of let's go to girls now. There are a lot of girls that don't have work. There are a lot of women that are married but they are housewife. Imagine you are married, you're a housewife, you have a big phone, and you're not doing anything. You'll be bored, obviously. And you'll be looking for content. Then the next thing on TikTok, you hear somebody that said, that's how people fall for scams. You hear somebody that said that this app or something is working for them. And you go and do it. Or just of recent, I was saying this Snapchat streaks. Everybody was shouting that, and you cash out from Snapchat streaks. Now everybody you saw something on TikTok. Now people have this problem. Somebody on his camera, you check the background of where he's staying. And this person is telling you that you should come and make 200 million or something. And you are looking at this person's skin. Let's even start from the skin. Look at the texture of this person's skin and tell me if this person is worth that amount of money he's telling you to come and make. Then you just go and you do it. And people are riding on this. I won't call it unrealistic or unreal. I feel like people are chasing money. Let's not tag it unrealistic or unreal. I'm an artist now and I just started music today. I have a couple of artists that came to my DM, send me songs, and they are begging me that they want to blow. And your content is not even worth it. And you're telling me that I should make a beat for you, then when I make a beat for you, you now put me as the collaborator. I had to ask the guy, are you risking the video? Because you have to have something to offer. And your music is even showing that you've not worked on yourself. So people are looking for get rich quick kind of scheme, and they think that when I get something and I post it. I love gamers. You see gamers now, you cannot say it is adulterated because it is real to them. I enjoy playing game, I create content, and I do things like if I'm going to shout in my normal, just the way I'll be in my bedroom, if I'm shouting, if I'm going to insult this person or whatever, and it is real. And if you love games too, that content is real to you. You follow the person. So I feel like the only way to move away from this thing where we will not be saturating the whole algorithm with just gibberish is everybody should do what he loves. Be real about it and just put it on camera.
Yeah,
Just
everybody
do
should do
what you love.
Actually.
Do what you love. Wow, wow.
Also
Okay.
trust the process.
Okay, do what you love
And trust
and trust the process.
That's the problem.
And then engage the
Engage
system.
That's the word.
Do what you love, trust the process, and engage the system.
In as much as you're gifted,
Yeah.
whatever way, but understand the system and engage
Engage
the
the
system.
system.
Like I said, it has come to stay.
Okay.
And mind you, please, everybody must not be an artist. I feel like I have to put this one out
Yeah.
there. Please, everybody must not be a music artist.
Yeah.
Like, it is frustrating.
Yeah.
It is so frustrating when artists come into my DM and I say, let me see what you have. Let me see what you have. And you send me a demo and I'm hearing, please, music
Yeah.
speaks to the soul.
Yeah.
It is very important. It's to the soul.
Right.
And if you are doing something that is in your own land, when we are listening to it, it cringes.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It's just like me seeing a painter that, look at Mona Lisa. You see Mona Lisa, you see a beauty.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, you see that painting, you see. Imagine that guy did not. There is this painting, Afghanistan girl
Yeah.
that they did in one Afghanistan war. The painting, the portrait was beautiful. It snaps that girl in the camp when they took her to the refugee camp, and it snapped and it was very beautiful. So let's just do what we love, please. And everybody must not do a certain thing, please.
Wow, this was a great conversation. This is the interspace where we have real-time conversations on matters regarding creativity and regarding digital space, tech, music, all forms of art and its expressions. But we looked at creativity in an algorithm-driven world, and we've had an amazing time with great minds here. And we hope to continue this conversation some other time. Thank you guys for engaging with us today.